Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play on the original game for PlayStation, Formula 1. This is round 12 and today we are at Monza. Yes, historic Monza, and once again we're with our driver of choice, Mr. David Twat Coulthard. Now, in the past few weeks I've been teasing you about something I found out about this game that I've basically cracked it wide open. Well, unfortunately it wasn't supposed to be this episode of Monza, it was supposed to be the next episode, but I've decided that I think I've teased you all enough. Yes, because Dave likes to tease, don't you know? But I think I've done it enough now. So it's time to finally reveal that I have cracked this game after so many years. So we're going to do a highlights of Monza and then we're going to get straight into the next race, which does indeedy, Mr. McGreedy, contain our little secret. So in pole position it was Michael Schumacher, at second place David Coulthard. Oh my goodness, in all my time in Formula 1 I've never seen that. Gerhard Berger was third, Damon Hill was fourth position. Fifth place went to Alesi, sixth place for Barrichello, seventh for Mika Hakkinen, eighth for Johnny Herbert, ninth place went to Mark Blundell in the McLaren Mercedes, 10th for Heinz Harald Frentzen. In 11th position it's Martin Brundle, in 12th place it's Eddie Irvine, 13th place for Oliver's Penis. 14th place, it's Bullion. 15th for Max Papis in the Footwork Heart. And in 16th position, it's Mika Salo. 17th for Ukio Katayama. 18th for Luca Badoa. 19th position for Pedro Lamy. 20th place goes to Taki Inui in the Footwork Heart. Greatest Formula 1 driver in the history of the world ever. Montemini was in 21st. Moreno was in 22nd. Pedro Diniz, or Dinners in the oven as we used to call him, is in 23rd in the 40 Ford. And bringing up the rear is Lavaggio in the Pacific Ford. Okay then, let's get on with the race. Second position for David Twat Coulthard as the five lights go out and we go, and it's away he goes. It's a terrible start once again from Mr. DC. Terrible start, loses one place already, so he's down to third position now and he's got a Ferrari in front of him. That's either Gerhard Berger or John Alesi. Oh my goodness gracious, I don't believe it. And he gets clattered up the rear end and he gets passed by two cars. Damon Hill's gone past and one of the Jordan Peugeots as well, so he's already down into fifth position at historic Monza. Fifth place for Mr. David Twat Coulthard himself. Wow, another disastrous start from DC. Absolutely disastrous. But we're going to see if we can make up a few positions as we go past the Jordan Peugeot. Yes, we do. Oh, we clap straight to the back of Mr. Damon Hill himself, who is, of course, our teammate. We're up into fourth position at the moment. Yes, fourth place. Let's see on this first lap as we go very, very wide there. And that's allowed the McLaren to get past. Oh, my goodness. One of the McLarens in the beautiful livery of 1995. Yes, the gorgeous red and white livery of the McLaren has managed to get past us. I think that may be Mika Hakkinen. Now let's see if we can re-overtake him as we go into this chicane. And at the moment, no, we can't. So we hold on at the moment to fifth position. Oh, just look at this circuit, everyone. Yes, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love the Monza circuit. And I absolutely love going into this section here, which is going to be Parabolica. Yes, my favourite corner name of all time because it sounds bloody rude. Yes, bloody rude. So we go around Parabolica and go underneath a sign which says Ford Escort. Oh my goodness, do you remember those days, lads? Ford Escorts, they were everywhere, weren't they? Not anymore, they're not. No, they're gone now. It's the Focus now, isn't it? Ford Focus? I can't remember. I haven't driven since 1929. Anyway, let's see if we can get past the McLaren. And oh no, he's hit the wall. David Coulthard, absolutely disastrous once again. He's hit the wall. He's lost more positions, down to sixth place now. Just on for one single solitary World Championship point. I have no idea where we are in the race because it doesn't tell you, of course, but we are down to sixth place. That was Mika Hakkinen. As we accelerate forward down a little bit later into the race, still in sixth position for David Coulthard. He's right up the Jack Jones of the McLaren of Mika Hakkinen, but he manages to get past. Does he get past Jordan as well? Yes, he does. Wowzers. So Schumacher currently in the lead, Berger in second, Hill in third position, which means we are now in fourth place, right behind Damon Hill. Oh my goodness. As we accelerate forward down a little bit later into the race, we managed to get past Damon Hill, so up into third place down. We've just got the leaders in front of us now. Yes, just the leaders in front of us. That is, of course, the Ferrari of Gerhard Berger, but one of those cars was trying to get past us there. I think that may have been Damon Hill, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we hold on at the moment to this third position. Yes, third position as we go once again into the Parabolica section. And as you can see, we've accelerated for... Oh no, I don't believe it. Damon Hill's got past us once again. He's sneaked down the inside of us, so we've lost that place. So we're down to fourth place now. Fourth position for David Twat Coulthard. Gerhard Berger in second place. And as you can see, we've just gone a little bit further to the race. Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. This is unbelievable scenes, but unfortunately we've taken off the rear wing of the McLaren. That was a complete accident, but the rear wing has gone from the McLaren, so he's going to have to come into the pits. And of course, it's going to be very, very slow now. Let's see if we can get past. Oh, very, very dicey. Very, very dicey to try and get past these cars, even with broken rear wings, because they're still just sort of sit in the middle of the circuit, and it's almost impossible to try and get enough momentum to get past them. Anyway, Michael Schumacher still in the lead, as you can see, and we're still trying to catch up to the back of this McLaren. Now, of course, as we go round and go into the Parabolica section, the McLaren is going to the pits, but it doesn't matter because we've managed to get past him anyway. So, up into 4th position now, as we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into the race. 8 laps have gone now. And DC, oh, he cocks that completely up going to the chicane, and now he's lost a huge amount of positions, down to 9th place now for DC, 9th position. Oh my goodness, this race is going Pete Tong once again, everyone. Pete Tong for this race, as he's down to 9th place, 9th position now, as we accelerate forward down. Oh no, I don't believe it, no, he's off, Coulthard is off. I think it's game over. I think it's game over for Coulthard as he makes contact with the Ligier as well. Oh my goodness, I don't think he's going to get any points whatsoever. He's down to 10th place now, 10th position for DC. Oh wowzers, it's going to be another disastrous race for DC. Anyway, after that lap we decided to come in for the pit stop because we were down positions anyway. And as you know, they're cheating buggers because they don't pit and we have to pit. So we come in now, we've got to change it. Oh, this is going to be a 20-second pit stop. Look at all this, it's got to be changed. Front wing, rear wing. Oh my goodness gracious, bloody good gold. Anyway, we put some fuel in as well, down to 16th position already. Yes, 16th place at the moment. But the fuel, oh, I think we're putting a little bit too much fuel in. Oh dear. Yes, that was a little bit too much fuel there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We rejoin now in 16th position. I don't think we've got any chance of getting any World Championship points. And we rejoin now 17th place, in fact. 17th position now. As we accelerate forward now, we're in 14th place. We've managed to make up a few positions, but I think we're going to cross the line now. It's the last lap of the race, and the best we are going to make is 14th place. So no points whatsoever for Mr. David Coulthard, as we're about to cross the line now in 14th position. Once again, a bloody disappointing race. Bloody disappointing race indeed. So there you go. That was the highlights of Monza. Damon Hill won the race, our teammate. We finished in 14th now in the championship. We're in 3rd place with 43 points. Damon Hill's in the lead with 59. Michael Schumacher in 2nd place. Okay, so we move on to round 13, which is Estoril. That sounds like a pill that you used to take for, problems with you downstairs, didn't it? Yes. If you got problems, take Estoril. Anyway, we are once again with Mr. David Twat Coulthard for Estoril, a circuit that, of course, is not used these days. And I think it's time for a fanfare, please. A fanfare, everyone. Da, 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 da. Finally, I'm going to reveal what I found out about this game. Now, as I've said in previous episodes, I like to completely dissect these. Oh my goodness, Coulthard's hit the wall there. He didn't actually know where the pit lane was. I like to dissect these games from the ground up and see exactly what goes on. I used to have little notes of paper where I used to write down exactly when the AI used to pit, and if they managed to do that on the next race, whether they pitted us. It was all load of... Anyway, I have worked out, everyone, that the amount of fuel you put in your car directly relates to how much fuel the AI have in their cars as well. It's like a rubber band effect. Anything that you do is exactly copied by the AI. Everyone can faint now. Yes, everyone can faint now. But it's true. It's absolutely true. And through exhaustive testing by the Hookster, I have found this out. Yes. So, this is going to be the plan. We are going to try and make the cars do pit stops, at least one pit stop, in this race by taking out some of the fuel after qualifying for the race. I have no idea whether it's going to work or not, but we will see. But I do know for a fact now that everything you do in the bit before you start the race, where you've got to put your fuel in, is directly related to what the AI cars have as well. as I say, it's like a rubber band effect. Anything you do, the AI copy. Now, I have extensively gone through all the forums of bits about this game, going back years and years and years, and I cannot see anything about this whatsoever. Now, if anyone can find some kind of article or bit on the website about this, then please send me the link and I'll have a look at it. But I can't find anything about this. All I can find is about all the bugs and glitches, you know, about the wet weather glitch where everyone comes into the pits basically every lap and stuff like that. That's all on the net, but I can't find out anything about this. So I'm so excited because I think I may be the only one. And I know you're all sitting there now going, who the bloody hell cares? This game's 26 years old or whatever old it is, 27 years old. Who the bloody hell cares? But it's to me, oh my god, I can't contain my excitement. I really can't. You see, this is not the first time I have found out something like this. Anyone who's played F1 Championship Edition by EA Sports, which was the follow-up to F1 2000, and I'm talking about the PS1 now, the PS1. Yes, when the first game came out, F1 2000, it was very, very easy indeed. Very, very easy. And so when they released the sequel, which is only 6 months later, because of course they had to adapt some of the changes that happened in the season. One of those was of course the orange arrows, which had the wrong livery. When they brought it out, they said they'd made the game harder. And I thought to myself, well, how did they do that? Because obviously the difficulty level was pretty much set in stone and part of the code of the game, so it would have been very, very difficult to make it harder. But I found out that the reason they made it harder was because they didn't make any of the other cars, the AI cars, stop for the pits. So that's how they gained 20 seconds every race, and that's how the game was actually harder. It wasn't actually harder, it's the same difficulty level as F1 2000. But that's how they did it. They took out the pit stops. And how did I find that out? Well, unfortunately, in F1 Championship season, they released a little add-on which was telemetry, which told you about what was happening during the race after the race had finished. Yes, you had these little like graphs showing you exactly what had happened, and in it, if you looked through the telemetry after the race, you could clearly see that practically, apart from the exception of maybe one or two cars, but that may have been due to damage or something like that, but practically nearly every car didn't stop during like a 25% race. None of the cars stopped whatsoever, and of course we had to stop because we couldn't last the whole 25% distance. So yeah, that's how I found that out, purely through the telemetry. But I was just so excited that, you know, it was another piece of PR bullshit from these people that make these games. So they didn't increase the difficulty whatsoever, they just merely took out the pit stop routine, which is basically a 20-second bit of an advantage for the AI. So anyway, with this game, I can tell you that the rubber band effect means that everything you do is directly replicated by the other cars on the circuit. Anyway, enough of my waffle, because I think we've done enough waffling. We're going to see what time Mr. David Coulthard is going to put in now as he crosses the line, and it's oh dear, it's only 15th place at the moment. 15th place. Now I can also tell you that if this glitch works, it is going to turn the rest of this championship on its head. I guarantee you, the rest of this championship is going to be turned on its head. We're on we're on round 13, and I think there's 17 rounds of the championship, so we've only got a few more left. But in these last few rounds, I guarantee you it's going to be turned on its head if this works. If this works. Now, of course, I am talking to you post, so I do actually know the answer, but of course, you don't know the answer, so that's why I'm saying if it works, okay? But we will find out. We will find out as the video progresses whether this works or not. Also, my theory is, with less fuel in the car, we should be faster. And we should finally start to race some of these cars, and we should be in for quite a good time. Yes, anyway, as we go through the very complicated corners at Estoril. Yes, it was a very complicated circuit. Took a very long time to master, and I would say it's a pretty average circuit, all told. It was probably great in its day, but of course nowadays it wouldn't be in modern F1 whatsoever because of quite a few of the very, very sharp turns. Anyway, so we come back in now, and this is the point where hopefully we're going to change the face of these races from now on. So we come in now to put our fuel in. Now don't forget, we're only going to put enough fuel to last us about 8 laps. Now if you look as the fuel's going in, I've also calculated that the line right in the middle is about 7 or 8 laps. So we've gone a little bit less than that just to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure that the other cars pit, because when we come in for our pit stop during the race, we can put in a little bit more fuel to get us to the end. So I've gone just a little bit down, but basically the halfway mark is about 8 laps. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's get on with the race and see exactly what happens. This is round 13 at Estoril, and Damon Hill got pole position. Michael Schumacher got second place. Heinz-Harald Frentzen finished in third place. Wow, what a fantastic position for him in the Sauber full. Fourth position went to Gerhard Berger. Fifth place for Johnny Herbert. Sixth position for John Alesi. Seventh place for Rubens Barrichello. Eighth position for Martin Brundle. Ninth place for Eddie Irvine. And 10th position for Oliver's Penis, once more in that Ligier Mugen Honda. 11th place for Mark Blundell, 12th position for Mika Hakkinen, 13th place for Bullion, 14th place for Mika Salo. In 15th position we got, oh my goodness, it's David Twat Coulthard. 16th place for Ukio Katayama, 17th place for Taki Inui, 18th place for Pedro Lamy, 19th position for Luca Badoa, 20th place went to Max Papis in the Footwork Heart, 21st went to Montemini, 22nd went to Pedro Deniz, and in 23rd position now it's Moreno, and bringing up the rear in 24th it's Delatraz in the Pacific Ford. Okay then, I'm so excited. Let's do this. So here we go then. 15th place for David Twat Coulthard. His way. Oh my goodness, a terrible start from Coulthard there. Terrible start, loses a few positions, gets past Menardi though, so up into 16th place, and actually he's going past these Till Yamaha, I do believe. Let's see if we can get through into turn 1 at Estoril. Oh, very tight indeed. Look at the cars, look, they're darting about all over the place. These back markers, oh my goodness, look at them, look. Going left, going right, going all over the place. Oh, there's contact with the Sauber, but we hold on to 15th position now. Of course, we've got to try and get past these back markers, because this is a very bad qualifying position for David Twat Coulthard. Very bad indeed. But saying that, we've got a few cars down the field as well. The Jordan Peugeot's done a pretty poor qualifying as well. Must be down to 11th place. Anyway, let's see if we can get past these cars. And as you may see, you may be seeing the car of Mr. David Coulthard seems to be a little bit racy. Just look at it. It seems to have a little bit more pace than it has done in previous episodes. Yes, very racy indeed. And of course, I believe this is directly related to the fuel. Now, of course, the best thing we are going to find out is all about lap 7 or 8. If the cars, oh my goodness, we get past a huge amount of cars there as we go this very tight turn, very tight turn at Estoril, up into 10th place. Of course, I'm waiting to see if the cars are going to come into the pits, because if they do, I may actually have an orgasm. Live on the video. Yes. Anyway, let's see if we can get past the McLaren now, and we do. Up into 9th position. Now, can you see what I'm saying? Can you see? We've gone down these start-finish lines in previous episodes loads of times, and we've had no purchase, no chance of getting past the cars in front. But you can see we're looking racy. We are looking racy now. Yes, because I believe that's because there's less fuel in this car. Let's see if we can get past this Ligier. And I have to also say, this makes the bloody racing very exciting when your car feels bloody good like this does. This car feels, well, I mean, Mr. DC has reported that this car feels very good, very good indeed, as we try and get past this Sauber now, as we're going through some more torturous turns at Estoril. Damon Hill is currently in the lead. He's 6.671 seconds ahead of us. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get past this Sauber. In front of the Sauber, we've got another Jordan Peugeot, and it's a Ferrari directly in front of him. So here we go, getting very close to the back of the gearbox of the Sauber, as we're once again going to go in this torturous left-hand turn. Just look how tight and twisty it is, but we dive down the inside and get past a huge amount of cars, up into 5th position now for Mr. David Coulthard. 5th place. Next target is one of the Benettons. That's either Schumacher or Johnny Herbert. I suspect it's Johnny Herbert. I think Schumacher is actually in the lead at the moment. Let's see if we can get past, and just look at how racy this car is. Just look at, oh my goodness. It was so exciting. So I think this is now the second lap, I do believe. Second lap, or maybe the first lap. I can't really remember, because I'm just my excitement level is peaking right now. Yes, this is lap 2. Hill in the lead, Schumacher in 2nd, Berger in 3rd, Herbert in 4th, Coulthard in 5th, and a Lacey in 6th position. Wowzers. Let's see if we can get past Johnny Herbert then. So all these cars are the leaders in front of us. They're all the leaders, everyone. Wowzers. Now, of course, I think I've worked out the fuel, but one thing I don't think I've worked out is the tyre wear. Yes, I'm not sure how long these tyres are going to last. So that may be for the next episode. So it's all experimentation because I didn't work out the tyres. It's very, very difficult, of course, with this game because there's no indications on screen of fuel wear or tyre wear whatsoever. I think this game would have been... Oh, goodness, straight into the back of Johnny Herbert. I think this game would have been absolutely fantastic if... Oh! Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Well, that was tight and twisty, but we managed to get with the 3rd position now. Yes, 3rd position for David Twat Coulthard, but I think there may be quite a bit of damage to the car, so he's got to be very, very careful. Next target is Damon Hill. As I was saying, this game would have been absolutely fantastic if, in the left-hand corner of the screen, you could have had a tyre wear indicator and a fuel wear indicator. Now, it is going on because it's wearing down, and when you come into the pits, those indicators are there, which tells you that, you know, you've got this amount of fuel left and how much wear there was on the tyres. So if they could have had that live sitting in the corner of the screen, that would have been absolutely great. It would have transformed this game because you could have actually put your tyre wear down to, you know, as low as you could have dared before you had to come in for your pit stop. It would have transformed this game superbly. But I suppose because this game was more based in an arcade style, they didn't really want to go down that simulation route, so that's why the only time you see the wear is when you come into the pits. But it's such a shame because it would have absolutely transformed this game. They really didn't do it in F1 97 either, but of course you do get the engineer in F1 97 saying that your tyres are getting worn, it's time to come into the pits, so you do get a indication that it's time to come in, unlike this game where you have no indication whatsoever. Anyway, oh Jesus Christ, no, we've taken off the rear wing of Mr. Damon Hill, our teammate, and we go past him. That was a complete accident there, complete accident from us. But yes, we're up into 2nd place now. Damon Hill's going to come into the pit, so he's going to end up pretty far down the field, it has to be said. Pretty far down the field. Let's see if we'll just look at how racy we are as we go past. I think it's Michael Schumacher. Yes, it is. Up into 1st position now for David Coulthard. I think this is lap 3. Is it lap 3? Yes, it may be. 1st position now for DC from 15th place. 4 laps have been completed. Schumacher in 2nd, Berger in 3rd, Herbert in 4th, Hill in 5th now, but of course he's going to drop down even further than that when he comes into his pits. And Barrichello in the Jordan Peugeot now in 6th position. So off we go. There's just a few more laps now, a few more laps before, if my theory is correct, the cars will, for the first time in this championship, start to come in for pit stops. Yes, we will see whether the rubber band effect comes into effect, basically, in a few laps' time. Of course, this is not the first time that rubber banding has been used in racing games. Of course, it was used in a lot of the early games. If you remember Gran Turismo 2, yes, Gran Turismo 2, rubber banding was used very, very poorly in that game, where you couldn't gain much. Oh no, I don't believe it. And we've lost the front wing. The front wing has gone from Mr. David Coulthard. Now we have a problem now because in previous episodes we have been able to come straight into the pits. But of course we are on a fuel and tyre strategy now. So we may have to continue until it is time for our pit stop, which is going to be around about lap 8. So we're going to have to continue. No, we're not. We're coming into the pits. We are coming into the pits. We're going to not risk it anymore because it's very, very tight and twisty at S2O with no front wing. It's going to be very, very dodgy indeed. So we come in now, and there's all the indicators, as you can see. So we're going to get the wing done. We're going to lose a huge amount of positions, but we're going to put some more fuel into the car. Hopefully this will get us to the end. So yeah, there you go, just above halfway. Oh, we forgot the rear wing. Oh my goodness, that's going to add a few more seconds. Come on, get it fixed. Oh no, 17th place now, 17th place. 25-second pit stop. 27. Oh no, this is going to be a 30-second pit stop. Yes, it is. We rejoin in 20th position now. No, 22nd. They're all going past us. We're going to end up last. We're going to end up behind the Pacific Falls, I do believe. No, we are still ahead of them, I do believe. So we rejoin in 22nd place. As I was saying, as I just finish off my fault with Gran Turismo 2, that had a really serious rubber band effect where you couldn't actually gain much advantage over the other cars before they managed to catch up back to you again. And some of those cars that caught up to you were way down on horsepower compared to you, so it was very unrealistic. But it's been used in countless racing games in the past, mostly on PS1 I have to say. It didn't really carry over much to PS2 games, but yes, the rubber band effect where you couldn't gain much position in front of the cars before they managed to catch up to you. Of course, F1 99, if you remember that one, also had very bad rubber banding. You couldn't get more than a second in front of the cars at any point in any of the races. Anyway, let's see if we can get past these back markers now. 6 laps have completed. We are reaching the plateau stage, the excitement stage, where we're going to see if any of these cars are going to come into the pits as we go through that very tortuous turn at Estoril as we get past 2 LaRousse cars. 6 laps completed now. Schumacher is in the lead. We're in 17th position now. As you can see, we are still looking pretty racy as we're trying to get past this Minardi now. Yes, the Minardi, and we get past, so up into 16th place now. I'm just looking across to the pit lane. I can't. Wait a minute, was that a car coming out? Oh, that's Damon Hill. I think he'd had to come into the pits anyway, so he doesn't count. But he still seems to have his rear wing missing. Oh my goodness, it looks like the mechanics didn't put a new rear wing on for Damon Hill. Wow, this is not good at all. So Damon's going to be right down the field. So I don't know what's happened there. This could be one of the many glitches, of course, in this game where they don't put the rear wing on. And he may actually spend the rest of the race constantly coming in every single lap. Let's see if we can get past Mr. Hill. Oh, it's very tight and twisty here. Very tight and twisty indeed. But let's see if we can catch up to the back of Damon Hill and get past now and gain 15th place. Yes, 15th position. Oh, so I was almost at the excitement phase then, but that was for Damon, so we can't count that. We want to see if any of the standard cars come in for a pit stop. Yes, this will be incredible if it happens. Oh my goodness. Can we get past Damon? Very tight and twisty. Look at this turn. It's an absolutely ridiculous turn if you think about it. They'd never get any turn in a modern F1 car to actually do that turn, would they? If you think about it, if we had Estoril now, they just wouldn't be able to turn. They'd just all crash into each other at that turn. They'd all be sitting in a complete conga line behind each other. Anyway, we managed to get past Damon Hill now. It's the start-finish line. Come on. No, it's not the start. Yes, it is. Come on. Is anyone coming to the pits? I'm just looking across. No, I can't see anyone in the pits. Oh no, it's just not going to work. Please. I don't think it's going to work, lads. I don't think it's going to work. 13th position now for David Coulthard. Still no cars yet have come into the pits apart from Damon Hill, which doesn't count because he had his rear wing. Oh dear. I think this is not looking good. I don't think this is... All my plans, I think, are going to come to ruin because I don't think it applies. I think I may have made a fundamental cock up here. And I don't think any of the cars are going to pit. Oh well. It was worth a try. Anyway, we will carry on and see. We've got a few more laps to go yet. And we will see whether or not any of these cars come into the pits. So, we continue on. Berger is currently in the lead. Herbert in second, Schumacher in third, Irvine in fourth. We're just about to go round this complicated turn at Estoril once again. And of course we're still waiting for those all-exclusive pit stops, if they're going to happen. I don't think they're going to happen. I think I've made a fundamental error here. Anyway, 13th position at the moment for David Coulthard. Still chasing this Sauber now. Let's see if we can get past, and we do. Is this now the start and finish line? I do believe it is. Yes! I don't believe it! Look! Yes! There's cars coming into the pits! There are cars coming into the pits! Oh, well, I just get jacked up to Jack Jones, but I don't care because, yes! It worked! It bloody well worked! Fuck's sake! Cars, everyone, are coming into the pits. I think we're about half distance. And we're up into 7th place now. 7th position because, of course, cars have come into the pits. Oh, my God, it worked. It bloody well worked. 27 fucking years old and it finally worked. 9 laps for Gerhard Berger. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh my god. So there you go, everyone. The fuel you put in the car directly is the same that the AI put in as well. So they then have to pit it. They are forced to pit because otherwise they will all run out of fuel. Oh god. Oh, I need to calm down now. I've got an ice cream headache. Fucking hell. Oh, that was so exciting. That was so exciting. I've never been so excited about seeing a car come into the pits. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. So we go past now the Jordan Peugeot. We're up into the point. Look, there's a car coming in. There's a car fucking coming in. It's one of the Benettons, and there's more cars coming as well. We made it up into 4th position now, 4th position. And now, of course, the racing is going to get really, really exciting because it's all about strategy and whether we can beat them on the pit stops, because we are now equal. We are now equal with the AI because they had to come in and pit and we had to come in and pit. Oh my god. Oh, I just can't contain myself. It's too much. It's too much. There's 8 laps remaining. Now, don't get too excited because, as I said, I still haven't worked out the tyre wear. I'm hoping we are going to be able to go to the end, although 8 laps, I'm sure these tyres only last 8 laps. And we've got 8 laps to go. We've already been out for a few laps after. Oh, this will be great. This will be great. I'm sure we're going to run out of tyres before the end. Oh well, we'll have to sort it out in the next episode, won't we? But I don't care. I really don't care because right now, the other cars are coming into the pits and we're in 4th position at the moment. Gerhard Berger is currently in the lead, as you can see, and we're up into 4th. Wowzers. From a disastrous performance, we are actually in the points. Yes, actually in the World Championship points. Just going past pit lane. I'm gonna have a look every single lap now and see if any more cars coming. Yes, there is. There's a 44 just come in as well. Oh my god. Eddie Irvine is currently in 3rd position, just ahead of us, 6 seconds ahead of us. I just don't care at this point whether I get any points at all. 7 laps remaining, and now we've got a Jordan Peugeot, and that's Eddie Irvine. Look how fast we've caught up to the Jordan. This is all to do with the fuel. This is all to do with the fuel. How fast we've caught up to these cars. So now we're going to go for a move and see if we can get into a podium position. Yes, 3rd place for DC. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. Just, oh my god. I know everyone, it's a very old game and basically who cares? Who cares? Well, I bloody well care because my passion and my excitement for Formula 1 games is never going to die. I'm going to die if I keep whacking into the back of Eddie Irvine there. No, my passion for these games is never going to die, and when something like this comes along, it's just such an achievement. It really is such an achievement. Anyway, 11 laps completed now for Gerhard Berger as we dive around the outside of the Jordan Peugeot, and I'm looking into the pits now. Anyone else going to come in? Yes, there's a McLaren in, and there's lots of cars in. We're up to 2nd place now, 2nd position. Oh my goodness, 6 laps remaining. 6 laps remaining now for DC. Oh my goodness, and the car in front now is a Benetton, and that is going to be the car, I think, is that the leader? No, Berger's in the lead, it says. Wait, who is this car? Who is this strange car in front of us then? If Berger's in the lead, of course the timing screens are very, very slow, so this may be the leader. Let's see if we can get past, see if we can do a dive down the inside. Of course, don't forget, we are now very, very racy compared with the other cars, and I'll tell you what, it makes these racings 4 times more exciting. 4 times more exciting. Especially when you get a pit stop on a 25% race, because of course a lot of these games you never used to get pit stops on 25% races. No, nearly all of the PS2 games, F1 2001 onwards, you couldn't have any pit stops on 25%. No, it was F1 2004 which had was the first time you actually got a pit stop, but that was at 50%, but they only stopped once, and that's the first game that had pit stops underneath the full race distance. And of course some of the early games there was no save either, so you had to go the full race distance before you could save the game, which is an hour and a half. And oh my god, there's a car coming into the pits. I don't care, look, it's a car, and we go up into the lead. I don't believe it, we go up into the lead. Coulthard takes the lead because cars have come into the pits. Oh my goodness, but can we hang on to these tyres? Can we hang on to the tyres? There's confirmation. Coulthard after 12 laps is in the lead. Herbert's in second. Irvine's in third. Berger's in fourth. Hakkinen in fifth. And Oliver's penis is in 6th position now. 6th position. Oh my god. Oh my god. Of course, anyone who's playing on the very hardest difficulty, of course, this is going to be great news for you as well, because you will get even more exciting races because you can put it on the hard. I've only got it on the medium because obviously when I started the season I had the 20-second disadvantage of having the pit stops on, and unfortunately you can't change the difficulty once you start a season, so it's going to have to stay on medium. But oh my goodness, it's just going to transform the game now for everyone who still enjoys this game, and I think there's quite a few people out there that do still enjoy this game. Well, I know there is, because they tell me in the comments that they're still playing it after all these years. Well, now I've given you an added additional layer for you to play this game on. Yes, an added additional layer, and then everyone now can come into the pits and you can have some really, really exciting races. So, enough of my waffle. Johnny Herbert is in 2nd position. We are in the lead at the moment as we go past the pits, and then look at this, there's more cars coming into the pits. They are just overindulging me now with the amount of pit stops these cars are making. Absolutely. As we're about to go past one of the back markers that looks like a Ligier, I do believe, with the blue and white markings on it. So we're going to try and get past the Ligier now and see if we can maintain this 1st position. So all I'm worried about, because I know I've got enough fuel in the car, is the tyres. I'm not quite sure that they're going to go to the end as we go past the Ligier. Now, Johnny Herbert's still in 2nd position. I think we've got 5 laps left, I do believe. 5 laps left at Estoril. Yes, take your Estoril, everyone, and everything will be fine in the morning. Yes. Oh, dear. Okay. Time for Dave to calm down a little bit now and settle back into the remaining laps of this race as we go past all the Foster's signs. G'day, Bruce. Put another shrimp on the barbie, as they like to say. Well, basically how Mr. Tim Marduk likes to say, but of course he won't be saying that now because of course he's in England, so he's going to quickly adopt to the English language and he won't even know how to speak Australian after about another 6 months. Well, let's hope so anyway. And then maybe he'll stop calling Gerhard Berger Jihad Berger. Oh dear. Oh dear, Benjamin. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, past the pits after 13 laps now, 14 laps now for David Coulthard. Still cars, I do believe, coming in, and we're still in the lead, but only by 1.4 seconds ahead of Eddie Irvine. I'm still not sure about these tyres. No. I have done some testing on the tyres, but I was more concerned about the fuel and whether or not that directly related. But of course, if the tyres do as well, then we could be in real trouble, because I do believe that the tyres only last 8 laps. Yes, I think they only last 8 laps. Now, of course, this is dependent on how long the circuit is. Estoril seems to be quite a short circuit. If it's somewhere like Japan, which is quite a long circuit, of course, they aren't going to last 7 laps. They're going to last only about 6 laps, something like that. So, it could be dodgy. It could be dodgy. But I think that they last a maximum tyre wear of 8 laps. Now, of course, in this game, oh no! No! As I say that, I've got low fuel! I've got a low fuel warning, I don't believe it, no! And of course, anyone who's played this game knows that you're very, very dodgy to come in with the... Wait a minute. Where's the low fuel warning gone? Hello? We're going to have to come into the pits anyway. I think we may have just got away with this. But we had low fuel, but it disappeared. Anyway, we've lost our first place. I don't believe it. So we didn't put enough fuel in the car. I thought we did, but we didn't. Oh, cocky, shitty bollocks. I don't believe it. So we're going to have to put some more fuel in. We're just going to do the slicks and the front wing. Oh, come on. 11. Look, everyone else is pitting as well. Look, you can see now that the cars are pitting visually. We're going to rejoin in 6th position. I didn't want that to stop to be very long. I've only just put basically a splash and dash of fuel in. And I repaired a few things, but I didn't want to go too mad. Oh, we've just lost 6th place though. We're just outside the World Championship points. The Ferrari has got past us. So all I can say is, bummer. I didn't put enough fuel in. I actually should have put half a tank of fuel in. That would have lasted us right to the end of the race. Of course, we will sort that out for the next Grand Prix. But I actually underfueled the car a little bit. I was a little bit nervous to what was going to happen because I wanted these cars to pit. That was the most important thing I was thinking of, was to get these cars to pit. So I did actually underfuel the car a little bit. But it's okay, it's okay. This has been a very, very good test to see whether it worked or not. And it is going to transform now the rest of these races. Hopefully we're going to end up in some points. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Trying to get past the Ferrari, and we're going to dive down the inside. Oh no, straight into the side pod of the McLaren as well, but we managed to almost hold. Oh, we've taken the McLaren's rearing off. We're up into 5th position now. Yes, 5th position. No, 4th position now. Wowzers. Okay, so we are still doing okay. But did we change the tyres on that stop? I can't remember. I hope we did, otherwise we're going to be in serious problems. Here is Mr. Damon Hill in the fellow Williams directly in front of us now. Yes, directly in front of us now. Let's see if we can get past him as we try and dive down the inside of Mr. Hill. Very, very dodgy on those curves because they will spin you around like a top if you stay on them for too long. Damon Hill's battling with the Benetton in front there, bashing wheels all over the place. We're trying to get past the Benetton as well now. We dive down the inside of the Benetton. There's contact with the Benetton, but we managed to get past. Up now into 3rd position, is it? 3rd position, yes. Wowzers. So we are now chasing Damon Hill. Now you can see that we've lost a huge amount of positions, gone down the field, and yet we've still managed to catch up. And this is a direct result of the fuel. Yes, because everyone else has to run the same fuel that we're running. Okay, let's see if we can get past this Ligier. We do. We managed to dive down the inside of the Ligier. Still chasing Damon. We're going to go down the inside. Oh, that was very, very audacious. Very, very audacious. And we didn't quite pull that off. So back. Oh, no. And we've lost our front wing. Our front wing has gone. It's all going peak-tong once again. We're holding on to full position. We're trying desperately to get past this Benetton. Now, are we going to carry on? Are we going to carry on and just get some World Championship points? I think we are. Or are we going to come into the pits again? I'm not quite sure. Let's see what we do as we're going past this Benetton. We are going to stay out with our completely missing front wing. And that was it. Oh my goodness. So we finished in 3rd. Oh wow. I didn't know that was the end of the race. Oh my goodness. So 3rd position for us at Estoril. Wowzers. Okay. Well, I'd just like to say thanks so much for watching, everyone. As always, there will of course be more later, and join us next time when there will be more pit stops and even more excitement as this championship gets turned on its head into the final few rounds. But I don't care because I'm just so excited that I got all the cars to come in for a pit stop. I know, little things please Dave, but there you go. Thanks everyone for watching. You're all awesome as always. Thanks for all the continued support, and we will of course be back in the next video. Bye bye now.